Now, I know what you're thinking. What does a 24-year-old rapper possibly have to say? Like, who cares what Ja Rule thinks, you know? But I'm here to talk about my mantra and my way of life that has gotten me this far and can hopefully take me a lot further on my journey as I'm just getting started, and that's the high-level mindset. Now, before I get into the details about the high-level mindset, I want to tell you about the original creator of the high-level mindset, and that's my mom, and she doesn't even know it. My mom had me when she was 16 years old. She was a single mom with all the odds stacked against her, and yet from an unbiased perspective, I like to say she did a pretty decent job. We lived in some pretty terrible neighborhoods, man. I switched elementary schools about 5 different times. I remember one time her car had got stolen twice in 1 week. She overcame circumstance, obstacles, her environment, and negativity as I watched our living situations would continue to get better and better as the years went by. Now that's high level. Now, the high-level mindset wasn't something that she directly taught me or purposefully instilled in me, but something I learned simply by observation. The high-level mindset is a philosophy. It's a wavelength to apply to your everyday thoughts and regimen. The high-level mindset will be of great service to you, especially when things aren't going as planned. These trying times that I speak of, or life testers, if you may, are what truly maketh man and woman. Actually, scratch that. How we handle these lifetimes, these trying times, or life testers, is what decides a person's destiny, which brings me to step 1 of the high-level mindset. And that's always remain positive, no matter what people or life may throw at you. Now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of background about myself. Funny enough, I was actually voted most likely to be famous.
I miss my Uncle Booby, man, we lost one of the realest. I really miss my sister, it get hard around September. It get hard without my mama on Thanksgiving and Christmas. When they see me, see the strength. They don't know about the issues, it cut deep when it happened, but the growth was instrumental. God gave me a gift with a pad and a pencil. When you feel you all alone, just know that time is with you. I was down in the dirt, then I took off like a missile. They taking notes, cause my style is so official. I give you soul food like rice and chicken gizzards. Better grab these long johns when you walking through the blizzard. They laughed at me at first, now we popping like a pimple. Look the devil in the face and said today is not the day. If you not fighting for a change, then you caught up in the wave. We be running for our life, but we running in a maze. We want peaches and cream, but we don't do what it takes. Let's go.
In both middle school and in high school. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm sorry, I haven't always been this good looking. It takes a little bit of time.
I looked the devil in the face and said today is not the day. If you're not fighting for a change, then you caught up in the wave. We be running for our life, but we caught up in the maze. We want peaches and cream, but we won't do what it takes. Let's go.
My goal was to graduate high school and to immediately blow up, but that didn't happen. So I went to college. And as soon as I went to college, boy, did life hit me hard. Within the first couple weeks of school, one of my best friends that I called my brother had gotten sentenced to 24 years in prison. I had gotten detained for driving with a suspended license, amongst other things like having a pound of weed in the car before it was legal. And my grandmother had passed. Not to mention, I was already a terrible student.
This life we live so gorgeous, I go hard on these recordings. VIP, man, I'm very important. Papa Bear, and I'm looking for my porridge. I go hard on every single verse and chorus. You think I'm running game, you can ask my cousin Morris. I thank God, cause every day so glorious when it rain outside, man. Best believe it's pouring with my back against the wall. I still came out victorious down the yellow brick road. That was just to find the courage. Everybody grabbing cameras, cause my flow so picture perfect. At my lowest point, never felt so deserted. What don't kill you, make you stronger. So all of it was worth it. Let's go. What don't kill you make you stronger, so all of it was worth it. Let's go. We ask God all the time, but don't wanna see the signs. It's right there in our face, gotta read between the lines. I can change the world with this little light of mine. I will have a warning, pushing peace was a crime. Let's go.
With horrific grades and a broke teenager. And I wonder why my grades were so bad. Now that's just disrespectful.
We ask God all the time, but don't wanna see the signs. It's right there in our face, gotta read between the lines. I can change the world with this little light of mine. I will have a warning, pushing peace was a crime. Let's go.
But on top of all of these things, what was really the breaking point for me was that I had released a mixtape that I worked on the entire summer, and it had only gotten 200 downloads. Now, my previous 2 mixtapes got 2,000 downloads. So I was not happy with the regression, to say the least. Again, this almost pushed me to the brink of quitting and insanity. But the high-level mindset made me think, man, these misfortunes are just gonna make my triumph story a lot cooler. I use this as fuel to the fire, motivation, if you will. It made me think, life is just a book. Not every chapter is gonna be perfect, but it's about how it ends. Which brings me to the second step of the high-level mindset. Always be intentional with your desires. Know exactly what you want. In 2018, I created a vision board. At the beginning of 2018, I created a vision board. And I'm proud to say that with the high-level mindset, within 1 year, I almost accomplished everything on here. Y'all can clap for that. So I encourage you to just write down your goals. Starting off your day with reading your goals and dreams aloud gives you a boost of positive energy. This energy can be transmuted into something we call faith. Faith in your ability, faith in yourself, faith in the higher power will take you to places you couldn't even imagine. Know exactly what you want. How can you be high level if you don't know what high level is to you? And in order to do all these things, it brings me to the third step of the high level mindset, discipline. Growing up, discipline was always taught in such a lame way that I always tried my best to avoid it. But where motivation is low, that's where discipline kicks in. Anybody who's done something noteworthy with their lives all have one thing in common, and that's discipline. Mastering the art of discipline will literally change your life. I witnessed this close hand by studying a friend up close.
Some things are worth the wait, man, some things are worth the time. Tell me what it is you see when you look into my eyes. We think we lived a dream, only to realize the part we all play in our own demise. It's thieves on the train, come on, let's take a ride. During the dark days and the hills I had to climb, I just fell pushing forward cause I knew that I would shine. I got knocked off track, well let's get it back in line. I turned on the radio, playing games on my mind, but one thing that never changed, man, I'm one of a kind. We in the fourth quarter, gotta come back from behind. When you feel time burst, you can feel it in your spine. Let's go. Praying for my downfall, but I still wish them well. It get money when it rain, you might wanna watch your step. Everything was going right, then it took a sharp left. I'm the people's champ, man, I still got the belt, I'm him.
This friend of mine noticed that every time he stopped doing drugs and alcohol, something good would happen. He felt as though this was a divine calling.
Praying on my downfall, but I still wish him well. It get money when it rain, you might wanna watch your step. Everything was going right, then it took a sharp left. I'm the people's champ, man, I still got the bill, I'm him.
From heaven above to halt all his vices. Now, can anyone tell me the 3 main vices of a 19-year-old college student? It's sex, alcohol, and drugs. If y'all didn't know that already. And after the first 6 months of him stopping his vices, I seen his whole life change completely. Again, he thought this was a sign that maybe God doesn't want me to do drugs, drink alcohol, or have sex.
They tried everything to stop me and they still failed the mission. Late nights I was hoping and wishing. I pray and ask God for forgiveness when it all fall down. Play the hand I was given. If I'm not the hottest rapper, I'm an honorable mention. Come from a different world, man, another dimension. Only way to get better if you practice repetition. When I was down, everybody start kicking. It's all good till the table start shifting. I changed the game, but I get no recognition. We think that it's a right, but it's really just a privilege. Had to tie up my shoes, that's before I started tripping. They ran off with the style, but I'm still that piece that's missing. Remember long days when I stayed off independence. Pray for my downfall, but they sick, we still winning. You can't take the heat, you should stay from out the kitchen.
But no, that's not the case. He was just simply learning discipline without knowing. All right.
They ran off with the style, but I'm still a piece that's missing. Remember long days when I stayed off independence. Pray for my downfall, but they sick, we still winning. If you can't take the heat, you should stay from out the kitchen.
I have a confession to make. I lied and said that this is a friend. It was actually me. Now, a cheat code to ensure that you're staying disciplined to whatever you're striving for is to prime your environment for success. Your habits are based on your habitat, and the main product of your habitat are the people in your life, which brings me to a very important step of the high-level mindset. The fourth step to be exact. Remove all negative people out of your life immediately. Anybody that's semi-doubtful or naysaying, get them out. If you're talking about your dreams and goals and they give small, sarcastic remarks, boot them. Just an all-around negative Nancy, kick them out of there, man. Does anybody in the audience know somebody that's like that? Please raise your hand. I need y'all to do me a favor. Pull your phones out and block them immediately. No, I'm dead serious. Don't let someone else's negativity cancel out your light, for it can temporarily get in the way of you achieving what's owed to you. You are a product of those who you hang around. Let's make sure we're hanging around other positive, high-level individuals. Now, thank you. Now, I like to consider myself a master of this high-level stuff. I mean, I am here for a reason, right? But that doesn't mean things always go my way. Even now, I just recently released my sophomore album from a bird's eye view that I spent 2 full years creating. My debut album, The Lost Boy, was met with massive critical acclaim and success. And I had a lot of pressure on myself to outdo myself. And in my eyes and in the eyes of many, I did. I had huge expectations for this album. But when it finally released and it wasn't received as well as I hoped, I completely broke down. I did my fasting, I stayed positive, I wrote down my dreams and goals, I was disciplined.